What's up? Nobody's here yet, I don't think, but how are you guys doing? Noah Sanford, we're out on Lake Mead, and I figured while I'm out here, I am going to live stream what we're doing, so why not, right? See if anyone even cares, or if anyone tunes in at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up on the tripod here, and we'll see if anyone cares, or if anyone wants to watch this crap. So here we go. Trying to get this set up here. Okay, looks like we got one person on here. That's cool. What's up? Out here on Lake Mead. Great thing about Lake Mead is they're sick. Yes, that is the great thing about Lake Mead. So I can do something like a live stream. So it's pretty cool. Thank you for tuning in and watching. It's much appreciated. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up to where you can actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay. Not sure how that looks, but let me know if you guys can actually see what's going on here. So trying to get this set up in a spot to where I can do this without it looking like garbage. What's up, guys? I don't know if anyone's on here. It looks like a couple people are on here. Don't catch them all today, safe from bro. Thanks, Rylan. Also, Rylan, if you're watching and you're mad that you're not out here, it's because most of today is going to be spent filming videos. So that's why. But out on Lake Mead, guys. I don't know if anyone can hear me or not. Can someone give me a thumbs up if they can hear me? Someone let me know in the comments if everything's working. You can see me all right. Not mad at all. I'm glad you're not mad. So I don't know if you guys like this camera angle or not, or if I should flip it around the other way to where you can like see where I'm casting. But the problem with that is I can't really see myself, so I don't know what is going on. And I don't know if that's actually like working or not, but we're out here on Lake Mead, guys. To those of you just joining in. And I've never done the live stream thing, so I figured now's as good a time as ever to just try it. I'm actually filming another video right now on my camera down there, so you guys will be able to see that in a little bit too when I put that one out. But basically, we're just out here on Lake Mead. We're in the Vegas Wash area right now. You can probably see that behind me. And so I'll flip the camera around. Saddle Island is actually right there. So that's kind of where we're at. Ooh, that's some good camera quality. That's cool. So Saddle Island is like right over there. And so we're kind of towards the mouth of the Vegas Wash right now. And my wife was talking to me the other night and said, hey, have you ever done a live stream? And I was thinking, well, no, I actually haven't ever done a live stream. And so I figured, well, let's try a live stream. So here we are trying a live stream. I think there's only 5 or 6 people watching, but thank you guys for watching. You guys are the real supporters, the real subscribers, keeping it real. I appreciate you guys. Very excited that we hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. That was cool. So to those of you guys watching, thank you for supporting the channel and getting us to 1,000. And my guy Tim won the fishing charter out here on Lake Mead, and so that was cool. I've already gotten in contact with him, and he wants to wait until it's warmer to come down here. So he actually lives in Utah. I don't recall what part. I think somewhere southern Utah. So hopefully he's only a couple hours away. But he wants to wait until either the summer or fall to do his charter. So if you guys haven't heard anything about me talking about that at all, it's because he wants to wait for a couple more months until it warms up to get out here and do his free trip. So anyways, here we are. You guys think this camera angle is good, or you think I ought to flip it around where you can see where I'm actually fishing? Like I said, my only worry with that is that I won't be able to see myself, so I don't know if it looks Like garbage. Smart man. Thank you, Tom Nix. I'm not sure why I'm smart, but I appreciate it. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my jacket because it's freaking cold, man. It's like 40 degrees out here. And I'm already wearing a sweatshirt, but it's time for the windbreaker. All right, we got 7 people on here now. Here we go. Appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to, the other reason I've got the, oh, here we go. Maybe show us bait type. Explain your retrieve. Sure thing. Let's do that. Because I know I don't do that a whole lot. So you guys watching can be the lucky dudes who get to the guy waiting for it to warm up. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I thought you were talking to me about smart guy. I was like, what? I don't know why I'm smart, but yes, the guy who was waiting for the charter, the guy who won the charter trip. For you guys who don't know what I'm saying, I'm also gonna put this mic on my ear thing, on my beanie, because I don't want to get some weird wind noise. But yeah, the guy who won the charter, he basically hit me up and he was like, hey, I'm sorry if this like screws up your plant. All right, this is getting weird. I'm just gonna put this microphone away, seriously. Okay, the microphone's off. I don't know if the audio quality changed at all. Let me know if it sucks now and I'll turn it back on, but it's just kind of getting in the way. But yeah. If you guys can hear me all right, give me a thumbs up, let me know. And I'll just leave the mic off because it's kind of starting to get annoying. There's not really a good place for it without banging around into stuff. Still sound, okay, cool, appreciate it. Anyways, I forgot what that guy asked me. How do I look at the messages here? Here we go. Show us bait, oh, right, Ty. Show us bait type and explain the retrieve. Sure, so let's do that. Why not? So basically, like I said, we're out here in the Vegas wash area right now. And the bait type I'm using right now is a jig. So we're using a football style jig. And I'm gonna show you guys. So right now I'm actually using a Kitech jig. So this is the Kitech something. I honestly don't know, remember which one it was. But this is the Kitech half-ounce jig. I know they have a couple different jigs. I'm sorry. If I figure it out, I'll put it in like the description after I post this once it's not live. But anyways, this is the Kitech half-ounce. I don't know how well you can see that, but the Kitech half-ounce football head jig. And it's pretty much just kind of like this brownish green pumpkin type color. Same thing with the trailer. Kind of just a green pumpkin. I think it's a Yamamoto trailer. Fishing that on a good old Phoenix Feather 7.7 medium heavy. Shimano Tranx 150. 30-pound braided line, maybe 25, not sure. 25 or 30-pound braided line to 12-pound fluorocarbon. So 12-pound has kind of been like the sweet spot for me when it comes to you know, the pound and what kind of braid I like to throw. 12-pound has kind of been like my sweet spot on Lake Mead, at least, right? I mean, obviously, I'll move you guys just a little bit here. Obviously, it's gonna vary, you know, like depending on, oh crap, this is all crooked now. Sorry guys, bear with me here. There we go, hopefully that looks all right. But yeah, 12-pound has kind of been like my sweet spot for the kind of fluorocarbon that I throw out here on Lake Mead, which is where we're at right here, by the way, if you just joined on Lake Mead, fishing a half-ounce jig, trying to catch some bass out here. But basically, I was just explaining the setup. So, half-ounce green pumpkin jig. We're in the Vegas wash area right now. I showed you guys who were on here just when we started. Saddle Island's right over that hill. So we're kind of at like the mouth of the wash right now. So Government Wash, 88 hole, where a lot of guys like to bank fish, is just kind of right back a mile or two that way. There's actually a couple cars right over there on the bank. So a lot of you shore fishermen are probably familiar with where I'm at. Most people, if you fished Lake Mead, you're gonna know where Vegas Wash is. It's very close to both Colville and even closer to Hemingway Marina, which is where I launched. So we are out here. Do you ever do some cat fishing? I do not, honestly, man. I like never catfish at all. Every once in a while, though, I will run into a catfish. Like on accident, I'll be fishing a tube or a drop shot or a Ned rig or something, and a catfish will actually eat it. So it's funny, a lot of guys don't realize, well, I'll put it this way. A lot of guys think that catfish are like bottom feeders, that they're like carp and that they just kind of eat, you know, whatever they can find. But the funny thing is that a lot of guys don't realize is that catfish are actually very, very predator fish. So they will act and eat the same stuff that bass do. So every once in a while you'll catch one out here on action. I've caught catfish on swim baits. I've caught a catfish on a rig before, believe it or not. I've caught catfish on, what else have I caught them on? I caught one on a jerk bait a few months back in the summertime, so that was kind of funny. And I catch most of them though on either like a jig or a like drop shot type bait, like a little worm, something on the bottom, right? But yeah, anyways, what you were saying, I forget who that was. Juan, I think, or someone asked that. Where's the chat at? I don't know where the chat, yeah, Juan Avila, yeah, Avia, I don't know if I pronounced that right, yeah. Catfishing, I usually, like I said, I don't typically like do catfishing. I mean, I've done it maybe once or twice, like growing up as a kid, maybe, I don't really remember. But when it comes to freshwater, I'm pretty much a bass fishing purist, man. And it's not to say it's not cool. I mean, catfishing is fun. I know a lot of guys who have a good time doing it. People will come into our tackle store and they'll tell me about it. So it looks fun. Same with carp fishing. I know carp fishing is a big thing for a lot of guys out here in Lake Mead. And that's cool too. I mean, I've never really, like I said, aside from growing up on like a golf course pond or something, I've never really like targeted carp intentionally. But I have, you know, it's the same thing like catfish. Carp usually don't eat the your baits. Like carp are like the bottom feeders. So like I said, like those guys don't realize that catfish aren't bottom feeders. I mean, obviously they will be if they have to be, but catfish are very predator-like fish. But carp actually are like the true bottom feeders. So they kind of just eat like vegetation. They'll eat grass. They eat like those little floating lake turd things you'll see. Like they eat that kind of stuff too. And so I've never really like had a carp actually come up and try to eat my lure that I know of. And what does this say? Sorry guys, I need to respond to these comments. That makes sense. Yeah, if I had a boat, yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Juan. I mean, it's hard, man. Like bass fishing, especially on Lake. Do you live in Lake Mead or near Lake Mead, Juan? Let me know in the if you're watching, if you live in Vegas here, if you live in Lake Mead. I see a couple other comments. I'm gonna get to them in just a sec, guys. But basically, yeah, I get it, man. Like fishing for catfish on the shore is probably the easiest way to go about it, fishing in general here in Vegas. I mean, yeah, Lake Mead, hard to fish for bass from shore. Yep, that's exactly where I was going, man. Like, man, check out that sunset, by the way. That's so gorgeous. But anyways, guys, yeah, especially what you're saying, Juan. Like, catfish is really like the only fish you can like go out and catch like from the shore and be almost guaranteed to be successful. Like, you have the best odds with catfish. With bass out here on Lake Mead, man, I mean, here's the problem with Lake Mead. Like, look at where I'm fishing. Like, it's literally like a cliff and rocks and boulders. And this is one of the more accessible parts of the lake. So for the most part, man, bass fishing on Lake Mead from the shore, it's basically impossible. I mean, it's really hard to do. And if you guys are watching, like someone like Juan, if you're watching, man, what I always recommend to people, you know, if you're on a budget, go out there and buy a cheap kayak, man. Like, really, like, you can get fishing and floating for really cheap. I mean, go to Walmart, get a $199 kayak, and man, you just unlock this whole lake that you couldn't fish before. And obviously you're still going to have some limitations. I mean, you're still going to be kind of somewhat confined to the area you launch in within a mile or two, depending on how much cardio you want to get in for the day. But man, when you put yourself in a kayak or even something like a stand-up paddleboard, I know a lot of guys actually where I'm from in Southern California who will fish the bays in a stand-up paddleboard. And you can do the same thing out here on Lake Mead. You can really increase your odds substantially when you go out and buy something like a kayak or a stand-up paddleboard or like a cheap John boat, right? I mean, you can, there's really no excuse to not be somewhat on the water, right? Obviously, I'm on the extreme end with this freaking, I don't even want to say how expensive, Ranger bass boat, which for my age, I should not have been able to afford, and I really can't, but we're doing it anyways. And so basically though, what I was saying, I mean, there's no excuse to not be fishing somehow on the water. I mean, you can get yourself into a cheap kayak. I remember growing up, I used to fish here and there from a kayak, you know, middle school, high school, growing up. I had this little kayak I would take out here and there. It was like a little Hobie pedal drive kayak, and that was even like a nice kayak, right? That was like $1,000 kayak, but you can get yourself into a cheap little kayak, or you can get yourself into, I remember after I upgraded from the kayak, I got myself a little John boat. So it was like a little 15 or 16 foot John boat with like a little 20 horsepower, 30 horsepower tiller on the back. And man, I thought I was, I mean, just king of the world, right? When I got on that thing, I thought I was the coolest little dude going out there. I've got my little tiller motor on the back. But that's the thing. I mean, you can get out on the water for cheap. And I understand fishing out something like a tin boat or a kayak. It's not ideal, but it's better than being constrained to the shore. But check out where I'm fishing, guys. Let me respond to these comments. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are still watching. So, okay. Mario, if you're still here, ever fished Lake Pleasant? I have never fished Lake Pleasant in my life, but it's on my list. I'm actually wanting to go there soon-ish. I mean, at some point I want to get out to Lake Pleasant in the next year or two, whether that's a tournament or just to go out there and fish, because it's not that far. So I would like to get out to Lake Pleasant. Let's see. Tom Nix, do you ever fish Willow Beach or just your dad? So I rarely fish Willow Beach. I really don't do it much. And that's because, I don't know, I'm just not really like into the whole big striper thing. It's cool. But like to me, personally, I'd rather go out and bass fish, if that makes sense, right? Like the striper thing is cool. There's a lot of guys who are into like the whole Willow Beach thing, going after those big ones. But for me, like I would rather personally go out and bass fish. It's just my preference, right? That doesn't mean one of them is the right or wrong answer. It's all just opinion. And I do think it's fun to go down there to Willow Beach every once in a while. I've had a handful of guided trips down there actually, where I take customers out. But for the most part, I usually stick to bass fishing. I hope that answered the question. Ty LeBaron, when pulling up to a spot, what are you looking for? Sorry, my phone's like tiny and there's water on it. When pulling up to a spot, what are you looking for to determine if it's worth tying to cover? Is it bait on a finder, visible structure? That is a great question, Ty. I mean, that's one I get asked almost every single time I'm out here with a customer, is why did we get to this spot? And if people don't ask why, I usually tell them why anyways, because it's interesting enough. But when I determine, okay, let me rewind here. Let me figure out what exactly the question is. When pulling up a spot, what are you looking for to determine if it's worth spending the time on? So the biggest things for me that determine whether or not I'm gonna stay fishing in an area or not is it's kind of the 3 B's depending on the time of year, okay? It's gonna be birds, it's gonna be bait, and it's gonna be beds, and obviously there's a 4th B, it's bass, right? If you find one of those 3 things, usually you're gonna find some bass. And so that's really like the whole, my whole theory, right? Is if you can find one of those 3 things, you're usually golden. So, and bait is kind of a general term, right? Obviously sometimes it is bait, But the word bait can be used for any type of, stuff that they're feeding on. So that bait might be crawdads, that bait might be bluegill, that bait might be shad. I mean, heck, that bait might be freaking baby birds, depending on where you live, right? I mean, whatever these bass might come across and think, oh, that's something to eat, that's usually how I find these fish. And so when it really comes down to whether a spot's worth fishing or not, aside from structure, I look for those things. Now, on Lake Mead specifically, I tend to gravitate towards the steeper, rockier areas. And for me, that's just kind of like a preference thing, right? So, and perfect example here, you can see where I'm fishing, where you got these steep walls going all the way around here. And then we've got like some rock slides down here. But the boat is still sitting in 24 feet of water right now. And so that's kind of how I determine a spot. So I look for birds, because birds always are going to be where the fish are. Birds are way better fishermen than us humans ever will be. So usually if you can find some type of bait-eating birds, naturally you're going to find some fish in that area because it means there's bait there. Once you find those birds, look for the bait. And once again, people think shad or minnows when they think bait. Bait can mean anything that these bass are feeding on. So bait can mean crawdads, it can mean bluegill, it can mean baby bass if it's, late spring, early summer. Whatever those fish are eating on is considered bait. And then obviously when you find beds, that's going to be springtime. And then if you find one of those three things, you're pretty much guaranteed to find the bass. So that's kind of how I break down an area. Like if I'm not familiar with a body of water, I'll probably go on my electronics, go on my Humminbird down there, look at the structure, the area. If you don't have electronics, you can literally just go on like Google Earth and look at the kind of the contour. Oh, that was a fish right there. We totally just missed one. But you can go on like Google Earth or something like that and get like a pretty good idea of like what the contour looks like. And like I said, if I'm new to a body of water, I'm going to usually gravitate towards those steeper rocky areas because that's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I like to fish. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of how I break down a lake. So let me read a few more of these comments. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, Lake Mead, hard to fish for bass. Yes, it is. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of forgetting about the comments. I'm going to do better here. Rylan, need to go out to Echo. Shorefish, it's the best spot. Yeah, honestly, that's a good point, man. Like, Echo Bay it's a drive, man. If you're in Vegas, it's a good, it's at least going to be an hour, depending on where you live. It might be up to an hour and a half, depending on where in Vegas you live. But, yeah, it really is worth it. If you have, like, a whole day and you want to just burn it and you want to get out there and increase your odds of shore fishing and actually catching fish, I would recommend either going to the Vegas Wash, which is literally where I'm at right now, or like Rylan said, going up to going up to Echo Bay. There's a lot of shore access. It's a nice facility up there. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so pack a lunch and bring some stuff, but it's a good spot to kind of get on your feet, no pun intended, and hopefully catch some fish from the shore. Let's keep going through these comments here. We got, okay, Gus Nix. I've got a 16-foot John boat with a 4-horse gets me. See, there you go, man. That's all you need, dude. Like, seriously. Unless you're doing something crazy like I am where you're guiding and you got this crazy bass boat set up. Like, dude, nobody needs that. Honestly, I don't even need that, dude. I could guide out of an aluminum boat if I really wanted to. I just have this nice bass boat because it's my vice, man. That's what I'm addicted to. And so naturally, I'm going to spend all my money on my boat. If you guys have seen me down here on the lake, you'll know I have a really nice high-end bass boat, and I drive a beat-up piece of crap truck with like 200,000 miles. So you can definitely see where I invested my money into, and it was not my truck. I mean, the truck I drive to tow this boat literally is going to explode any day. I mean, it's an absolute piece of garbage. It leaks oil. It's like 20 years old. Absolute piece of crap. But hey, as long as it tows the boat to and fro, that's all I care about, man. I don't care about my truck at all. As long as it can pull the boat, that's all I need it to do. And it has AC. Heat, you can get away with a jacket, but it's got to have AC in the wintertime or in the summertime. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with these comments here. Tom Nix, thumbs up. Thanks, man. Chris Gauthier, any birds? Let's see. Oh, what's up, Chris? I'm taking you on a trip in like a couple months, aren't I? Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, if you're referring to where I'm at right now, yes, there are birds. There's actually some birds like literally right over there. So just like I was saying, guys, you find those birds, you're gonna find the bait. And okay, let's keep going here. Chewy419, where can I buy your merch? So Chewy, go ahead and send me an email at lasvegassportfishing.com. You can find it in my on my YouTube channel page too, but it's just Las Vegas Sport Fishing. So Las Vegas Sport Fishing at gmail.com. You can send me an email, let me know what you want. I've got shirts, hats, beanies, sun shirts, all that good stuff. I'm kind of low right now. I think right now I only have hats and shirts, t-shirts. I don't have any beanies or sun shirts left, but yeah, pretty cool logo. Las Vegas sign with a bass jumping out of it, sport fishing, pretty cool. So if you guys are interested in some merch, shoot me an email, lasvegassportfishing@gmail.com with your info. I'll get back to you guys and sell you guys some merch. Super reasonably priced too. I mean, I literally sell it for like what I buy it for. Like the hats are $20, shirts are $25, and I pay just a couple dollars less than that. So really, like, I just sell them to people because they're cool and it gets my brand out. And it's a cool logo that people like to wear. So appreciate you guys. If you want to buy any merch, like I said, check out Las Vegas Sportfishing at gmail.com. And so, man, I just can't believe we haven't caught any fish in this area. This looks so good, unless that's a fish right there. No, it's not. Look at this area we're fishing in, guys. I mean, this looks so juice. I can't believe we have not even got a freaking bite yet. Well, actually, I take that back. Right before I started the stream, like 30 minutes ago, I got like 4 bites in a row, and I literally missed them all. Okay, let's see. Chris says, yes, sir. Yes, you are going on a trip with me. I can't wait, man. I'm excited to get out there with you in the spring. Lloyd B, when is that shore of it? Oh, dude, you've been bugging me about it for a while, man. When's that shore fishing? It's coming soon, man, I promise. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, I need to get out there and do that shore fishing video for you guys. I know a lot of people have asked for it, especially Lloyd B. You've asked me like 3 times, so I've been lacking on it. I need to get out there and do it. So I'm gonna say within 4 weeks. I'm gonna give myself a month to put it out there, okay? If I don't have a shore fishing video out in the next month, you can unsubscribe and I won't be mad about it. But anyways, Lloyd, I'm gonna do it soon. Like I said, I've got kind of a busy schedule right now with my guide trips and everything else that we're doing, the tackle store. So when I get a day, I'm gonna go and do it. Looking forward to it. We're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Is your name Tizo? Tizo Sin Censura. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, man. I'm butchering that. It's probably Tizo Sin Censura asks, what's up, Noah? What's up, man? Thanks for watching. We got Moy H saying Princess Cove is good for shore fishing down on Mojave. Yes, it is, actually. That's a good point. I was trying to remember where that is, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, guys. Princess Cove, if you want to go shore fish Mojave, that's actually a great spot. So that's actually a really good idea. Thank you for putting that out there, Moy. Especially in the spring, yes. Okay, Gomo asks, any stripers biting today, brother? No, stripers have not been biting today. Man, I haven't caught a striper in weeks out here. Dead serious. Like, I've mostly been going after bass recently. And so I haven't really targeted the stripers, so it's not really fair for me to say there have been no stripers. I'm sure if I went out and targeted them, I'd be able to find some, but I have not run into any in a couple weeks. Wintertime is hard for the stripers. I found, it's funny how it works out here on Lake Mead. So like in the summertime, you can't get away from the stripers. You'll be fishing for bass and all you catch is stripers. And then the wintertime is opposite. You can't even find the stripers. I mean, every once in a while you run into them, you get lucky, but for the most part, man, those stripers disappear in the wintertime. I mean, they really just go deep and they get elusive, man. They get spooky. You can't really find them very well. So I'm sure if I took a day, I went out and targeted stripers, I could find some, but it's not really been like what I'm focusing on. Okay, Tom Nix again. Can we get merch at your store? Yes, you can. So if you guys want to come in, if you guys are Vegas locals, go ahead and come in to 1504 Boulder City Parkway. Before we kind of have like a weird schedule right now though, because it's just my dad and I running the shop. And if my dad's gone and I'm on a guided trip, even if you come in during business hours, we might not be there. So if you guys want to come in the store and meet up with me in person to buy some merch at our tackle shop in Boulder City, just give me a call. At the end of every single video, my phone number is on like the end screen, but it's 702-605-2234, 702-605-2234. So shoot me a text or give me a call if you want to come into the shop, meet with me in person to buy some merch. And, you know, I can tell you what I've got left, what I've got in stock, and we can meet up. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Chris. Let's see. Where are we at? Chris again says, is it a certain species of birds or any birds? So that's a good question, actually, Chris. So usually you'll find a lot of like what I like to call coots. So I actually see some right over here, so I'll put the camera on them. So these guys are like, I don't know how you can see that, but like they're basically like those little black birds with like the white beak. And so those guys don't actually eat bait, but like for some reason they're always around the bait. So if you see those, usually it's a good sign. And then also if you see like cormorants always are looking for bait. So look for cormorants, look for those little coots. Believe it or not, actually like ducks, like mallard ducks look for bait as well. They eat a lot of bait actually. So ducks will show you where to go. We have a small population of pelicans out here on Lake Mead. Every once in a while you'll see them. The biggest one though is like blue herons. So if you guys see like those really tall, almost like a flamingo type looking bird, they've got the really long legs, but they're not like pink, obviously. They're like brown and gray, but they like, usually you'll see them like stand on the edge of a point, blue herons, and they are always looking for bait in that shallow water. So they're more shallow water fishermen. So especially like spring, summertime, they're very helpful. This time of year, I mainly focus on like cormorants and seagulls though, because they will more so go out. Got some seagulls right here. I don't know if you guys can see that up there. See that seagull right up there? Perfect timing. I got a seagull flying by. But basically, these bass, or I'm sorry, these birds this time of year are gonna be going after like, you know, the seagulls and the cormorants. They're gonna be going after more so that bait in like the open water, like the big schools. The blue herons are good, but not really this time of year because they mainly focus on shallow water, and you really don't see a ton of them this time of year. But as soon as the spring comes and it heats back up a little bit, look for those blue herons. But this time of year, if I had to recommend one or two to look for, I'd look for cormorants and I'd look for seagulls and pelicans. So that's kind of the deal with the birds. Gus Nix, how do you decide to use jigs or hard baits? Or is it the time of year? So I think basically what you're asking is just how do I decide what type of lure I'm using? And yes, the second part of your question is correct. It's all dependent on the time of year. So depending on the time of year, that's gonna kind of establish what baits I'm throwing, how fast I'm working them, what depth I'm actually working them in. And so basically this time of year, I like to fish slow for the most part. Every once in a while you can get like a reaction bite on like a jerk bait, crankbait, A-rig, something like that. But for the most part, I'm fishing slow. So like you're gonna see me mainly fishing like, excuse, it just got really cold. You're gonna see me fishing like jigs, you know, drop shots, Ned rigs, small crawdad imitations like a finesse jig, or like a, you know, like a 2 or 3 inch like crawdad type Ned rig. Mainly that's kind of what I'm focusing on this time of year. And it's just because this water's cold, man. I mean, I'm looking at my Garmin, it's 54.2 right now. So that's cold water out here for Lake Mead. Obviously, if you guys are like up north or whatever, it's not cold for you. But here in Vegas, 54 degrees is chilly on Lake Mead. So usually I'm fishing slow bait. So that's kind of how I determine it. Lloyd B, looking forward to it. Yes, sir. We're going to get it coming soon, I promise. Fishing IT, what's up? Gus Nick, stripers typically go deep in winter, at least they do. Yep. Oh, dang. Are you in Tennessee, man? Holy crap. Gus Nix is in Tennessee, everybody. That's crazy, man. That's really cool. Thanks for, how did you hear about me from Tennessee, man? That's crazy. So yeah, the stripers, they pretty much do the same thing here on Lake Mead. The wintertime, they go deep, and that's pretty much it. Like, they'll go deep. Every once in a while you'll find them up shallow, but yeah, I mean, for the most part they go deep. So that's just, it makes it hard to find them, you know, like, and that's the thing. I don't love like electronics fishing, and I feel like wintertime, it's just electronics fishing to find these stripers. I mean, you either have to use live scope to find them super deep, or you got to just like go around and idle and just use your 2D and your side scan to try to look for them. And honestly, just kind of feels like trolling to me. It's just really boring. So I typically don't really go after them that much. So summertime though, they're a blast. I mean, you can I've had literally like 100 fish days out here with customers. When I got me and 2 or 3 other guys on the boat, I have literally had over 100 fish days with stripers. I mean, there are times you can get into a run of them, and literally every cast, someone will catch them for like an hour straight. It's absolutely insane. But summertime, man, it's the total opposite. Let's see. Okay, we got Gus. Mario, are the bass only near the edges? So once again, Mario, it's kind of like, it depends on the time of year, right? So right now I'm fishing in like these steeper stuff, and I'm fishing in like 20 to 30 feet of water. But it depends on the time of year. So summer, they're kind of all over the place chasing the bait. Wintertime, you're occasionally going to find them deep, but for the most part, or you're occasionally going to find them shallow, but for the most part, they're going to be 20, 30 feet here on Lake Mead. They're going to be deeper. Springtime, obviously, they're shallow and they're making beds and spawning. So yeah, it really all depends on the time of year, Mario. Jeff, good luck. Thank you, sir. Right now we suck. So I've been streaming for almost 40 minutes and we haven't even caught a fish. So thanks for the luck. Hopefully we catch one now. Jeff sending out a shout from Overton. Cool. So Overton, huh? You must be fishing Echo Bay a lot then. That's one neck of the woods of Lake Mead that I don't get up to very frequently. I haven't been up to Overton in a couple months, man, just because it's so far. I mean, it's a good hour and a half towing the boat from where I'm at, and then it's also probably close to an hour in the boat. So really don't get up there too much, but it is an awesome place to fish. I really do fish. I really do, what am I trying to say? Enjoy fishing the Overton Arm. It's a really cool spot of the lake. It's super pretty up there. And that off-colored water is super cool too. I mean, you rarely see stained water in Lake Mead aside from either Overton or like the Vegas Wash where I'm at right now. So Overton's definitely a cool spot. Let's see, brother. Tom Nix. Hold on a second. Is Tom Nix and Gus Nix, are you guys related? It's gotta be. Nix is not a very common last name if that's your actually last name. You guys are related, huh? Let me know. Rylan, appreciate you saving the dude, get out of here, man. I'm not taking you tomorrow, now that you said that. Okay, let's see what we got. Sam, what's up? Okay, we've got Ty. My son and I have entered our first tournament Saturday. Nice, man. Do you guys live in Vegas? Are you guys fishing a Lake Mead tournament, or are you somewhere else? Let me know where you're fishing it. That's super cool though, man. Any advice? Okay, so before I'm gonna give you advice, I need to know where you're fishing, because if you're fishing here or if you're fishing in freaking Montana, wherever you're at, it's all gonna depend on the advice I give you. So let me know where you are, and then let me know where you are, and then I might be able to tailor some advice for you. Tom, yep, Burrs. Okay, cool. So you guys are related. So wait, I'm confused now. You say you're in Tennessee, but then one of you guys said you live in Vegas. So do you guys both live in Vegas, or do one of you guys live in Vegas and one of you guys lives in Tennessee, or how does this work? Hey man, what kind of baits do you fish? Right now I'm fishing a jig. So we kind of went over that, but I'm fishing a 1/2 ounce jig, and I'm about to change it up because I haven't gotten squat on it, but Right now I'm fishing a green pumpkin, 1/2 ounce, Kitech jig. Ty, yes, Nevada bass. Oh, nice. Okay, Nevada bass at a Temple. Or are you guys wanting to make a run? Cause I'm sorry, man. I'm asking so many. It's like asking, you know, what kind of golf club do you like? Well, it depends on the shot, right? So, are you guys going to be fishing near Temple Bar, or are you going to be fishing? Like, what part of the lake are you guys going to be fishing at? And then I'll hopefully be able to give some advice. Gus, I'll be out there in March. Going to fish every day. Cool, man. Tom is in Vegas. Okay. Cool. Do you have a boat, Gus, or are you just going to be shore pounding it, or when you get here? Because I was going to say, if you don't have a boat, I would love to take you out on a guided trip if it's something you're interested in. So if you are interested in going on a guided trip, March time is a lot of fun, so we'd definitely be able to go out there and slay some fish. Okay, Ryland, only tournament. Yeah, okay, so that's what he was fishing, I think. Ty was fishing that Nevada bass tournament. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Tom has a nice boat. Okay, cool. Tom's got a nice boat. Nice, so you should be good to go. Ty, over 10 arm most likely, upper basin. Okay, so over 10 arm, huh? So honestly, man, like I would my biggest piece of advice for you this weekend would be to just slow down. I mean, the water's cold. These bass are not super active, really. And dude, I mean, you see what I'm doing. I've been out here on stream for 42 minutes and I haven't even caught a fish. And this is like the perfect time of the day. So that really goes to show you, you know, how pretty dang bad the fishing is right now. But what I would recommend, man, honestly, would be to just go out there and slow down. So like I would fish your slow finesse baits. I'd toss maybe a jig for a little bit, but I would focus on getting my bag on finesse baits. And that's probably what's going to get you the most bites. So like I'd go out there, fish a drop shot, fish a Ned rig, that kind of stuff, and fish it slower than you think you need to, and use light line. Like I would probably only use 5 or 6 pound fluorocarbon for your leader, 7 pound at most, and use light gear, light line, make your presentation look super natural, use natural colors, greens, browns, that kind of stuff. Fish it slow in like 20 to 30 feet. That's honestly my biggest recommendation for you. And I would focus on rocky areas too. So like you see where I'm at right now, fishing around all these rocks. I would kind of try to find areas similar to that. Don't just fish in mud or sand. Try to find some area with a good mix of like some steeper ledges with some bigger rocks and smaller rocks. That's probably going to be your best bet. So if you go out there and do that, and you don't catch fish, you can't blame me. That's the deal, all right? But anyways, guys, I'm going to make a move really fast before it's too dark to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and just move right around the corner here. So hopefully you guys don't mind. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. That way I can read them when we get there. Ryan says you have to throw the pink Ned rig right now. Yeah, that's a good point. Pink Ned rig would probably work. Gus Nix, I've got the John boat. It works for me. Perfect, man. John boat's just fine. Gilbert, how much do you usually charge for a guided trip? Love your content. And where would you go to do some good land fishing at Lake Mead? So I charge for 1 or 2 people. So it's a lot more cost effective if you get 2 guys because you guys can split the price. But for the cost for 1 or 2 guys is $4.99. So everything is included. I provide all the rods, all the tackle, snacks, drinks, all that kind of stuff. And you get to come out here with me and fish on this super nice high-end Ranger bass boat. We'll hit all the best spots that are biting well at Lake Mead. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, it's a half-day trip, so usually between 4 and 6 hours, depending on the conditions. We'll usually either go first light till midday or midday till dark. And that's pretty much it. You guys will learn a whole lot about electronics, different kind of fishing styles, where to target these bass depending on the time of year. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great learning experience. So, like I said, if you get another guy, you can split it up, $250 a guy, and it's really pretty dang reasonable. I mean, by the time I calculate all my costs and you know, have to pay for gas and insurance, and, you know, someone breaks a rod, someone breaks a nice lure off, provide snacks, drinks, all that kind of stuff, man. I'm lucky to scrape a couple $100. So it's definitely a business of love and not because it's lucrative. But yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just putting my camera stuff away right now. So that way, when we move here, I don't lose all my camera gear, which I have done before. If you guys saw that video from a few months ago, where I dropped all my GoPro stuff in the water and then had that guy come out and dive for it. So we're trying to avoid that. But anyways, we're gonna hopefully have enough time to hit this last spot here. And also, don't make fun of my glasses, guys. Okay, it's not a fashion statement, but when you're running fast and it's dark outside, you can't see without them. So don't bully me. But anyways, guys, we are going to make a little run here. Got the Bass Boat Technology dual console mount. Gonna go ahead and turn down the brightness on my screen here because it's really bright. That's better. That's better. And yeah, here we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead and make a little run here. Just got the motor fired up, and hopefully it will give us a few more minutes to fish this last spot before I gotta go in. Can hear me or not, but luckily this spot is just right around the corner. So man, it's getting dark really fast, so hopefully we'll be able to stick a fish here. I don't know if it's gonna go down or not, but I appreciate you guys watching, even though we didn't really catch anything today. So that's the reality of January fishing. When you only have an hour to two to go out, the odds of you catching swat are very high. So we're gonna give this last spot a minute here, and hopefully we will be able to hook a bass for you guys to see on live. So that would be cool, and if not, oh well, we'll see, I guess. Oh man, that was cold. All right, let me get my gloves off here. There we go. I'm not even gonna take my life vest off because we're just gonna be here for a minute. All right, guys. I appreciate those of you who are sticking it out to the end here and who have been here the whole time with me. Really appreciate it. It's cool. You got, man, these glasses are crusty. But yeah, that's cool of you guys. Always appreciate the support and you guys watching the videos. It really does mean a lot to me. All right. Oh boy, we got a lot of comments here. Let me respond to these before I get fishing. You guys are taking up all my fishing time. No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate you guys commenting. Like I said, this is honestly my first live stream ever on the channel, so I didn't know if anyone would even watch or not. But got like 20, 25 people on here, so not bad. So yeah. Let me know if you guys like the channel live stream or not. Let me know if you guys want to see it more. If you guys enjoy it, if you think it's cool to, you know, kind of interact live with me. So let me know. I mean, honestly, it's kind of fun to do. Like, I've enjoyed it so far. So if it's something you guys want to see again, and maybe to the point where I could like actually schedule it out so that more people could tune in, so it's not just on a whim. You know, give you guys a few days notice about, you know, what time. Let me know if that's something you guys would enjoy. And if it is, we can do it more and hopefully actually catch some fish while I'm talking to you guys. So, because today it's not really going down, but. All right, let's read these comments. How much do you usually charge? Okay, we got that one. Keep doing the weekly updates. Good info. Appreciate it, Tom. I'm going to keep them coming. Don't worry. Good luck. Thank you, Jeff. Gus, I start with a wacky rig every time I go. That is a safe bet, man. You can almost never go wrong with a wacky rig. Mario, so 3 people, Mario, is just an additional $100. So like I said, 1 to 2 people is $4.99 for the guided trip. 3 people is $5.99. So when you actually get 3 people, it sounds more expensive, but it's actually cheaper per person. So, you know, you get 2 guys, it's $250 a piece. When you get 3 guys out here with me, it's only $200 a piece. And that's for the day. All the tackle, everything included, drinks, snacks, all that good stuff. So $3.99 for 3, or sorry, $5.99 for 3 guys. PBJ finesse worm is my go-to. It's a good one. Ty, I'll be honest, my son and I are always excited when you post something new. We've been bass fishing since August and learned so much from following your YouTube page. Just wanted to thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Or not Jeff. Thank you. I see. Thanks, Jeff. Who's Jeff? Oh, you might have tried to say. Oh, Jeff Romero. Okay, I see. Okay, I got it. Yeah, you're thinking the other guy. Yeah, so Ty, I really, sorry guys, my phone's all like blurry and I can't really see it. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Ty. It means a lot to me that you were able to get some knowledge and info from my videos. It makes me happy that you know, you're learning some stuff, and hopefully that some of the stuff has been helpful to you. And yeah, I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Let's see what we got here. Live stream is cool. All right, cool. So let's see what we got here. Gilbert, where do I go to book a guided trip? Gilbert, there's actually a link on my YouTube page. So go to my YouTube channel's homepage and press the more in the description, and you're going to see a link straight to my website. And that's going to take you right to my website. You'll be able to see all the availability days, all the availability dates. It'll show you pricing, and you can kind of select, you know, what day you want to go out. I'll show you how much it costs and everything. So you actually don't even have to talk to me. The website is completely seamless. You can go on the website and book a trip without having to talk to me at all. If you do want to call me and talk to me to book it, you can do that too, but you can actually just go straight on the website, book from there, and pick your day, pay for it, do all the good stuff. So go to LasVegasSportFishing.com, LasVegasSportFishing.com. That's going to take you there. Or you can just, like I said, hit the link in my channel description. That'll take you there as well. Okay, Bass Wrangler, you got to relax, man. I'm gonna have to mute you if you keep spamming the chat, but you've got to chill out, dude. You got to calm down in there, man. I would shout you out, Bass Wrangler, but I don't. I've never watched your channel, so I don't know. So next time I do a live stream, I'll check out your channel and see what it's all about, and then I might give you a shout out. Let's see. Ryan, we caught some in that spot this past set. You know where I'm at, bro? All right. You better not leak the information, buddy. But that's funny that you know where I'm at. Juan, great stream so far. More of these would be awesome. Cool, Juan. I will definitely consider doing some more. Like I said, if you guys like it, I know we don't have a big turnout right now, but the few and faithful that are watching, I do appreciate it greatly. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've enjoyed it so far. So if you guys do want to see more, I might as well. Why not? Like I said, in the future, when we do some more, I'm probably going to plan it out a few days ahead of time, so that way more guys can show up and not miss it because they don't realize it's going on. So definitely in the future, when I do another live stream, I will give you guys a fair warning, so that way you know when it's happening, what's going on, and hopefully we get a little bit better turnout. But I do appreciate you guys who are watching right now. It's been fun. Let's see. Great timing on the live stream for me. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad it was great timing for you, Mario. That's perfect. I'm glad it worked out. Can we take a beer? No, unfortunately, Mario, I don't allow alcohol on the boat on a guided trip, and it's just for insurance purposes. So with my insurance company, the liability is just too high, and it would be so much more expensive for my insurance. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars a month more expensive to allow people to consume alcohol on the boat. So it's just in the policy. I just don't allow alcohol, unfortunately. Like I said, it's still a good time sober, but unfortunately, no alcohol on the guided trips. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. If I did miss someone's comment, just post it again and I'll get to you. John from Ely, Nevada. That's a cool place. Need a place to store my Ranger in Boulder City. Nobody calls me back. Any ideas? So, John, we actually have a storage unit or a storage lot behind our tackle shop in Boulder City. So, if you're looking for somewhere to store your boat, you can just call our tackle shop and or just honestly call me, and we actually provide boat storage. We've got probably 9 or 10 boats back there right now. It's not covered up, so it is in the sun. But yeah, we do have a big gravel storage yard in the back. So if you want something that's stored, like, you know, in a garage type thing, we're not going to be the ones for you. But if you're just looking for a lot, you might hit us up. Okay, we got John's comment. Like I said, if I miss anybody, just comment it again. Hopefully I'll see it. I'm trying to respond to everyone. On the guided trip, yes, Mario, on the, okay, yeah, we did that one. All right, Bass Wrangler, you got to chill, man. I don't want to have to mute you, but you're kind of spamming the chat, so kind of just relax if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Where can I buy your merch? Yeah, so like I said, Chewy, if you're interested. Oh, guys, we literally just had another fish, and I wasn't paying attention. That sucks. Well, we just had one, guys, and we missed it, but oh well. Chewy, if you want to buy merch, shoot me an email at lasvegassportfishing@gmail.com. My email is in the description page on my YouTube homepage. If you don't see it there, lasvegassportfishing@gmail.com. Send me an email with your info. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know what I have in stock, and we'll send it out to you. All right, I'm gonna have to remove this guy because he's kind of spamming the chat, so. All right, sorry guys, I just kicked that guy out. That guy was going nuts, but based on how he was acting, I'm definitely not gonna give him a shout out because that guy was freaking out in the chat. I don't know what that was about. That was really annoying. He also said my merch sucks. Okay, that's fine, man. If you think my merch sucks, I don't really need you to buy it, so I'm not really worried about it. But I'm glad that's what you think. I appreciate it. Freaking trolls, man. All right, here we go. MF Outdoors, anything today? Dude, no, literally I've been out here since like 4 o'clock. I've gotten a couple bites and I missed all of them. I don't know if you saw that a minute ago, but I literally just got another bite on the jig, a big bite, and I completely missed it because I was trying to reply to someone's comment. But hopefully, we've only got a few minutes here before I got to head back because it's about to get really dark. So I'm hoping we can get another bite here and maybe hook a fish. Juanaville, you're not kidding, man. There definitely is always trolls, whether it's a live stream or comments or anything. That guy was freaking out. I don't know what his deal was. Swing and a miss, bummer. Yeah, I know, man. It is tough out here. I can't believe we missed like our only bite. But that's fishing, man. Whoops. Didn't mean to flip the what did I just do? There we go. All right, if I missed your guys' comment, just put it in there again. I'll try to get to it, making sure I reply to everyone. Okay, Chewy, thank you. Yes, you're welcome, Chewy. Like I said, if anyone is interested in merch, beanies, shirts, hats, all that stuff, if you guys are interested in buying some merch, some Las Vegas sport fishing merch, shoot me an email, lasvegassportfishing@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to get your guys' info. And hopefully I've got your size and stuff in stock. Like I said, we got shirts, hats, long sleeves, sun shirts. Don't have everything in stock right now, but I can let you guys know what I do have in stock. And I'm trying to order some more stuff right now, actually, so that way I have most sizes for everything. Okay, dude, this guy's freaking out too. What the heck? Dude, what is wrong with this guy? All right, this guy's out. I'm sorry, guys. Can everybody report this guy? He was originally Bass Angler or whatever, and now he's April DeWitt, and he's spamming the chat, so I apologize, but there's always got to be one immature troll in the chat, so congratulations, man. You've won the award. Everybody loves you. Not really. Okay. Sorry, guys. If I missed your... this guy keeps spamming the chat, so... All right, hopefully you guys can see me. Are there any tournaments for on board? Wait, what do you mean? You mean, like, are there any tournaments coming up? If that's what you mean, then the answer is yes. I've got one on Mojave coming up next month. Possibly going to be fishing 1 or 2 in the next month on Lake Mead as well. So there definitely will be a few more coming up soon. Oh, for co-anglers, that's what you were saying. Chris, not on Lake Mead. The only, I think, co-angler event on Lake Mead that's coming up is going to be like the Lake Mead Open in September through WAN Bass. I could be wrong, though. If anybody knows about any other co-angler events where you can sign up as a co-angler for a tournament, let my guy Chris know in the chat, so that way he can maybe sign up for one. Okay, let me see what we got here. No, we're looking at a booking with you. What time we head out? Come back. So yeah, Mara, so if you guys are from Phoenix, I'm assuming you drive, if that's what you're saying. So typically, like I said, like we'll either go out early morning until midday, or we'll start a guided trip in the middle of the day and then wrap up around evening. So like right now, typically it's 5 or 6 hours. And so yeah, like I said, feel free to call me when the stream is done, or just you know, pick a date on the website. And like I said, if you want to do a morning or an afternoon time, we can do either. So if you do book online, just know that whatever day you pick, we can either do the morning or the afternoon start time. So hopefully that answers your question. Sorry guys, I'm kind of behind. Yes, there always is a troll. Thanks for your answer. We'll call. Okay, cool. Gonna have to stop by and get some stuff. Absolutely, Gus. I'd appreciate it. I need a cameraman to read the comments so you can fish and reply. Yes, I do, dude. I seriously do. So actually, my wife and I were just talking about this. Sorry, there's a plane going over. My wife and I were actually just talking about this the other day, about how next time I live stream, we're hopefully going to plan it out on a day that she can be on the boat with me. So that way she can be kind of behind the camera and she can just read to me the comments, what people are saying. So that way I don't have to spend half the time commenting. And I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at you guys. I appreciate all you guys commenting. I want you guys to comment. But the only problem right now that I'm kind of starting to realize is that it does definitely take away some of the fishing time. And also I've missed a couple bites because I'll be scrolling and kind of just fishing with one hand. Not really paying attention. I'll be scrolling through the comments with one hand and replying to you guys. And like I just did a couple minutes ago, I literally missed like a huge bite. I was scrolling, my rod was like dunk when it was sitting still. And yeah, made it kind of tough. But okay, my wife is just texting me right now saying that we're gonna do a live stream on Monday. So she's off work Monday. I don't believe I have a guided fishing trip yet on Monday. So if you guys are watching, I'd appreciate it if you don't book one. I'm just kidding. If anyone's out there and they actually do want to book one for this Monday, it's all good. Let's do it. But if not, I'm probably gonna block it off so that way we can do the live stream. So all you guys watching, plan on the live stream on Monday. It's probably gonna be a midday afternoon start time, and then we're just gonna keep it rolling. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what the details are gonna be yet, but plan on sometime Monday. Hopefully we're gonna be doing another live stream. So yeah, and then that way my wife will be out here too, so that I can actually focus on the fishing and not lose every single bite that I get. Okay. Let's see. Done a good job for the first live stream. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I am, like I said, guys, I'm trying my best to like respond to everybody. And live with booked trip. Yeah, that would be cool. The only problem with that is, like, I know a lot of people, like, surprisingly enough, the reason I don't really post any fishing charter videos, I posted a handful of them, like 2 or 3 of them before over the last couple months with customers, like, saying, hey, I do want to be in a video. But most people actually, like, don't want to be in a video. It's kind of weird. I don't know why, but, like, a majority of the people that I take out actually, like, you know, I'll ask them and they'll actually say, or they'll bring it up. They say, hey, I don't want any pictures or videos. I don't know what it is, because I don't know. It's kind of weird, but like most people I take out actually don't want to be recorded at all. So that's kind of why I never post any content with me actually on the boat with customers. Like I said, a few months back, I posted a few videos. 1 or 2 guys have wanted to be on a video before, so I did record. I know there's a really cool video like 3 months ago, fishing with a guy named John. We absolutely slayed him out here. Kind of in like the Overton, or not Overton, in like the Benelli Bay area on Lake Mead on a guided trip. We did an 8-hour trip, full day. And I think between the 3 of us, or the 2 of us, we caught like 40 or 50 bass, and they were like all on top water. It was like the coolest day ever. So I think it was called like a fishing guide's dream day or something like that from like 2 or 3 months ago. So you guys should check that out if you do want to see a video with a customer. That was a really cool one. But anyways, yeah, like that's not a bad idea, Gus. That would be cool to do a live with a customer. But like I said, I mean, the thing is with customers, the only problem I could maybe see being there is that, you know, people pay me a lot of money to come out here, and so they kind of want the experience to be, you know, personal and, you know, one-on-one with as much interaction and teaching as I can give them, because people do spend a lot. I mean, I understand it's $500, it's not cheap. The only reason I charge that much is because like half of that $500 I don't even make when it comes to gas and fuel and insurance and costs and everything. So I wish I didn't have to charge that much, but the only way for me to make it somewhat profitable is to charge that much. And so, like I said, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. But the thing that people don't realize is I'll do a $500 trip and I may be lucky to take $200 or $250 home by the time all of my costs are taken out of the equation. So I wish I only had to charge that much, but unfortunately that's just not how the world works. And so, yeah, I think the only problem I could foresee happening with, you know, filming or doing a live with customers is that I wouldn't want to have to worry about, like, you know, making sure the camera and everything's good or this and that, because I try to give my full attention for the whole 4 or 5, 6 hours I'm out there with customers on them and maximizing their odds to to catch fish. Tim Nix, I'm out. Good luck. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's been fun having you. But yeah, anyways, yeah, like I said, I mean, I try to just like focus all of my attention on the customer when I'm out here, because I do get it. They spend a lot of money. They want a fun experience. So I try my best to not be like distracted with other things. Like if my phone rings, I don't pick up the phone call. You know, if I get a text, I don't reply. Unless it's an emergency, man, I really don't focus on anything other than, you know, guiding the customer and trying to put them on as many fish as possible. So that's pretty much it. So fun to watch. Thanks. Appreciate it, Randy. Actually pretty cool. Thank you for watching, Sam. Appreciate it, man. I know it's getting dark and you guys are probably going to start heading out. I'm going to fish for just a couple more minutes here, guys, if you want me to. Let me know if you guys want to have me fish for a couple more minutes. It's almost dark, so I've got about a 10-minute run back to the marina, so I don't want to drive back in pitch black, but I'll give it a few more casts. I've got my dad commenting here or something. Oh, mention Thursday night seminars. Yeah, so our tackle shop actually offers free Thursday night seminars in Boulder City. So 1504 Boulder City Parkway, we offer free fishing seminars every single Thursday. Follow Boulder City Bass Tackle on Facebook too, guys. You'll see all the info. But basically our tackle shop, it's either my dad or I speaking. Sometimes it's both. And we go over current conditions. So basically what it is, it's like the fishing report every Thursday that I put out, but it's live, right? And instead of it being a 5 or 10 minute video, it's for like an hour. So we can answer all your specific questions that we can't do on a video. It's a lot more, I mean, obviously it's in person, so it's a lot more interaction, tons of questions, really good info. So if you guys want, check it out on Thursdays at our tackle shop, Boulder City Bass Tackle. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here in just a minute because it's getting dark, it's getting chilly, and I don't want it to be pitch black when I'm driving back, which it almost is. So I'm gonna make 1 or 2 more casts. Before we wrap up, guys, go ahead and drop in a comment if you have any other questions or suggestions or comments or anything. Let me know before we sign off here. I am probably gonna post this as an actual video so that people can go back and watch it who weren't able to tune in live. But like I said, guys, if you appreciate and if you enjoy the live content, let me know. No more shout outs. I don't know who said that, but we're not doing shout outs. That one guy that was shouting out was freaking out, so that was kind of annoying. But yeah, guys, if you got anything else to say, any other questions, anything, let me know right now before we head out of here. And unfortunately, it looks like one of those days where you don't catch a fish. So, well. Still a handful of guys hanging out. So like I said, guys, 1 or 2 more casts. Then I'm going to sign out of here and go make some steak at home. Tim and UT. Hey, that's the guy who won the fishing trip. What's up, Tim? Later, Noah. Safe travels home. Appreciate it, brother. Can't wait to have you out on the boat soon, man. That would be awesome. Or not would be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Tim and UT, that's the guy that won the fishing charter. So can't wait to have you out soon, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, guys, if you're not subscribed, whoop, whoop. Yeah, there we go, Tim. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited to get out there with you soon, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, like I said, if you got any other questions or anything, let me know. And we're going to do another live here shortly. So probably on Monday is what we were thinking. And so if you guys want to tune into that, it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a little more planned out. Gonna have my wife out on the boat so that way she'll actually be able to answer the questions and I'm not taking up half the time just talking to you guys. So yeah, it should be fun. Should be fun. Sam Sanford, any thoughts on St. George, Utah? So that's actually my brother, if you guys don't know, so he's kind of trolling me right now, but my actual thoughts on St. George, Utah fishing is I've never really done it. I've only gone a handful of times, mostly from the bank. Never had a boat up there. Some cool spots though, Gunlock, Sand Hollow, Quail. So I know a lot of guys that fish up there. A couple buddies up there. St. George is a cool spot. And it's got some cool fishing too. So Let me know if any of you guys are from St. George. I know I have a couple subscribers who have commented that do live in St. George, southern Utah, so that is cool. It's a cool spot. It's super pretty up there. Oh man, and it is getting chilly. I think we're gonna probably call it, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna record and just talk to you guys to give anyone who hasn't been able to say anything to do it now before I sign off. But like I said, we're coming to the end of it here. So if you got anything else you want to say, speak now or forever hold your peace until the next live stream. Larry Lanes, what is up, my man? Hope you're doing well, man, back in California. I forget where you live. Was it Fresno, right? I think you live in Fresno. Larry Lanes, by the way, guys, he was my third day partner on the Lake Mead Open. Such a cool dude. I'm glad you're still watching the videos, man. I can't wait to see you out here again on the next tournament. He's a veteran, by the way, too. So, Larry, we appreciate your service, man. Appreciate you serving the country. All right, guys, we're just putting the light pole in right now, so that we don't crash into someone. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bundle up here. It's just gonna be a chilly little run here back to the launch ramp. I waited way too long to head out, but I figured I'd just hang out until everyone signs off. All right. Madera, California. That's where it was, not Fresno. Tim, yes, Larry, thank you for your service. Absolutely. See you soon, Larry. Absolutely, buddy. I'll tell my dad you said hi. I don't know. I mean, I can keep it rolling if you guys want me to. When I'm driving back here, I mean, I don't really care if you guys want me to keep it rolling. I don't know if you'll really be able to hear or see anything, but I can if you want me to. So let me know what you guys think. All right. Well, let's see. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna call it right here. Got the light from my rear light coming in, but that's gonna be it, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and got my wife commenting that I need to go cook her steak at home, so that's what I'm gonna do, so I don't get in trouble. So I'm gonna sign off, guys. Like I said, Monday coming up here. What day is that gonna be? It's gonna be like the 3rd or 4th or something. Monday we're gonna have another live stream, so looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys watching. My name is Noah Sanford, and like always, we will see you guys out on the water. Peace.